Welcome back to Mountain Connections. First up on our show this morning, we are speaking with Liz Vowles from Craft Lake City. This exciting DIY festival is back, better than ever. Liz, thanks for joining us virtually. How are you doing?
Doing great. Thank you so much for having me. How are you today?
Very well, thank you. We appreciate you being here once again. I know last week you spoke with Conrad all about Craft Lake City, but in case someone missed that and isn't familiar with the festival, tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah, so the festival as a whole, it is the largest makers festival in the state of Utah. All of our participants are local to the state, and it just features the best of the best when it comes to handmade items. So all sorts of arts and crafts, craft food. We do all sorts of special programming on site. We have over 50 different performers this year, all local as well. Our lineup is actually the biggest ever for 2021. We have over 300 different artisans and craft foodies presenting. And I'm here to talk about some of the special programming that we have going on while the Makers Festival is happening.
And I'm looking forward to hearing more about that. So yeah, clue me in on exactly what to expect from this special programming.
Yes, so we have quite a few different zones in the festival, and this is all happening at the Utah State Fair Park. This is August 13, 14, and 15, so about 2.5 weeks from now. One of the biggest installations that we have that people look forward to every year at the DIY Festival is our Harmons VIP Lounge. And Harmons is our biggest sponsor. They actually put together a really lovely seating area by the main stage at the festival, which provides VIP ticket holders with a really luxurious shaded view of the performances happening. This year it is Friday the 13th of August. So people at the Harmons Harmons VIP Lounge will get to enjoy performance by Rip Momney, who's really big right now, who got famous for his cover of Corinne Bailey Rae's Put Your Records On. And then at the VIP Lounge, too, we have a really curated selection of bites by local makers, people that you can find at Harmon's. So all sorts of delicious foods and craft cocktails, and then a priority view of the performance as well.
And not only do you have that, you also have a dog park.
We do. This is the very first year that Craft Lake City is doing this. We are partnering with Best Friends for the Best Friends Save Them All Dog Park. And so what festival patrons can do, you're invited to purchase a dog ticket for your well-behaved pup to join you for the festivities this year. And then at the Best Friends Save Them All Dog Park, your dog will have a great space to hydrate, to enjoy some time in the shade, to relieve themselves. And then there's going to be a station for owners to actually create a make and take craft that is dog related. So we're really excited to be partnering with Best Friends this year and helping pursue their mission to bring Utah to the no-kill shelter status.
And another special program that you have coming this year is a special kids area. Tell me more about what kids and parents can expect from that.
So the kids area Leave Your Mark Park, presented by Mark Miller Subaru, is a collection of fun activities for kids, making this a really family-friendly event. So we're going to be having a bounce house. We'll have face painting, some make and take crafts for kids, and some other fun and exciting activities in that area.
I know there's many things going on, but there's one more special program I want to ask you about, and that's the PEAU exhibitors.
We have a special exhibit for our Pacific Island Heritage Day. Utah is known for its large population of Pacific Islanders, and so we want to celebrate that at the DIY Festival. So we have a group of around 10 different artisans and performers who represent the different islands in the Pacific Islands. And they're going to be doing all sorts of performances. They're going to be making food that is local to where they're from, and then some handmade crafts as well. And each of those stations will have information about the different island represented. So we're really excited about this programming. We think that this is going to be a great way to highlight just a really vibrant community within the Salt Lake area.
And the excitement for the entire festival is building. Why is it that people look forward to this DIY Craft Lake City Festival so much? What is it that makes it that much special? You've told me so many things, but what do you think it is that really sets this apart and people look forward to?
I think it's such a profound sense of community and excitement for the arts. Utah is just chock full of talent, and this is just a huge celebration of that talent. I think that people are excited to get out and about, to engage with other people, to talk to these artisans and performers and learn about their craft and their passion. So we're really excited about it. We have so much fun programming this year. And like I mentioned, it is the biggest Craft Lake city yet. So definitely grab your tickets. Those are available on 24tix.com. We also have limited spots available for our craft workshops that are happening during the DIY festival. Those are available through 24tix as well. So if you're interested in joining us, definitely take a look.
Well, thank you so much, Liz Vowles, for joining us today from Craft Lake City. Can't wait to attend. It's going to be a lot of fun. They've worked very hard to have this come back right here in 2021. We appreciate her time telling us all about it today. We'll be back with much more here on Mountain Connections right after this.
Icy hot. Ice works fast. Heat makes it last. Feel the power of contrast therapy. So you can rise from pain.
I wasn't born in the spotlight. Nah. Had to grind and shine like a star on a hot night. Real rock stars don't chase the spotlight. It chases them.
Well, Geico's 85 years isn't just about time, you know. It means experience. I mean, put it this way. If I told you I'd been jarring raspberry preserves for 85 years, what would you think? Well, at first, you'd be like, that has got to be some scrumptious jam. And then you'd think, he looks fantastic. I must know his skincare routine.
Geico, saving people money for 85 years.
Beg your pardon.
Hi guys, I'm Janet the Dairy King. We're famous here for our ice cream. We have 84 different kinds of shapes. We also have some amazing food. So come and try our chicken strips, our fish and chips dinners, our burgers, our fries, our sweet potato fries. Oh my gosh, we've got so much. Once you go over to the Heber Valley Railroad and ride their train, then of course you have to come here and see all of our trains. Our family's serving your family since 1946. We hope to see you soon here at the Dairy King.
Celebrate the 13th annual Craft Lake City DIY Festival presented by Harmons, August 13th through the 14th at Utah State Fair Park, Utah's largest local-centric 3-day arts festival featuring live music, dance performances, local food vendors, kids area, DIY workshops, Harmons VIP Lounge, and more. Get tickets at craftlakecity.com.
The Scoreboard, Tuesdays and Fridays, 6 p.m. and 11 p.m., Saturdays and Sundays, 7 a.m. and 12 p.m.
Welcome back to Mountain Connections. Right now we have the honor to meet the interim CEO at the Park City Community Foundation, Joelle Kanpersky. We're so excited to have her here with us. Joelle, how are you today?
I'm good, Christine. Thank you for having me.
We appreciate you taking the time to be with us. So first off, tell me a little bit more about Park City Community Foundation and why you chose to come to this organization.
Yeah, thank you for this opportunity. So Park City Community Foundation plays such an important role in our community, solving the most critical challenges. And so I'm really honored to be able to be the interim CEO of such an important organization. Of course, I've only been with the Park City Community Foundation 2 weeks on a very part-time basis, so I don't know everything about the organization, but really thrilled to be with them.
And we're excited to have you here. Tell me a little bit more about your background and your career leading up to this point.
Oh, sure. So I've been in the nonprofit sector for 25 years. As staff, I've been an executive director, often running fundraising programs, really a lot of different roles for really important missions. And for the last 7 years, I did consulting sort of on the side for a variety of nonprofits, including some in Park City, National Ability Center and Nuzzles, to name a few. And then over the last year, started full-time consulting with Pathway Associates. And so it's really amazing for me to be able to look back at all my time in nonprofits, working for a variety of missions, like I said, and now to be able to be a consultant and working with nonprofits, partnering to help them improve their effectiveness has just been really great.
And as you look back at your wide, varied experience that you have had in your career leading up to right now, especially in that nonprofit sector, is there anything specific that you're looking forward to taking from your previous work into what you're going to be doing right now with the Community Foundation?
Yeah, thanks for that. So in my role as interim CEO, and I've had this role before as a contractor in other nonprofits, really my role and what I hope to bring is I'm doing a lot of listening. The staff there is really incredible, so they don't really need a lot from me. What I really see as my main objective is to continue the good work of the Community Foundation and just be a sounding board for staff and for the board of directors, and then really help set the future permanent CEO up for success. So anytime there's a leadership transition, even if there isn't a gap in timing, I think it's really helpful to have an interim come in from often the outside, be able to offer external perspectives on the work and prepare the organization and allow the next person to come in and take what has been done and move it to the next level. So that's really my main goal with Park City Community Foundation.
And as you think about your time that you will be the interim CEO at the Community Foundation, any other goals that you have, any other objectives or things that you really want to accomplish while you're here?
Yeah, I think that the good work of the Community Foundation needs to continue. And so again, I think that there's a really talented staff, and so I'm there to just support the work that they're doing. I'm doing some work with the board. So they have their annual board retreat in September, and I will be working with the board and probably really looking at some strategy and thinking about next steps in the future for the Community Foundation and how we continue to meet our objectives and goals that have been set forth in the existing strategic plan. So I would say there's that. And then again, just bringing in that outsider perspective where sometimes when you're deep in the work, you don't always see things from a fresh perspective. So I think that's the benefit of someone like me coming in from the outside. Even though I have some knowledge of Park City Community Foundation and the work, I can sort of come in as an outsider and give a fresh perspective. So really, like I said, I've only been there 2 weeks on a very part-time basis. So I'm doing a lot of listening, and we'll be digging into the work in the coming month and seeing if there are places where I can add some of my expertise from my past and improve what's happening there. But really, it's such an incredible organization. So my work is to really just continue what's already happening and hopefully add value by just bringing in some of my past experience.
The Park City Community Foundation has had a really busy past 18 months. They've been working hard to provide assistance in real time for people, for organizations that need it the most. So right now, what is the Park City Community Foundation working on? What's their priorities?
Oh, that's a great question. Again, I've been doing a lot of listening. So I would say that I'm still in a learning mode. But I think the priority is exactly what you said, meeting the most critical needs of the community, which are continuing. We have some really incredible funds and initiatives that are in process and have been and continuing to look at the priorities of the community. So everything from the Solomon Fund to looking at climate, which I think, especially where we are right now as a world, as a nation, looking at sort of climate and how the Community Foundation plays a role will be really important. So I think just continuing with the existing initiatives that have been identified as community need will be really important. As you mentioned, the last 18 months have been challenging for a lot of members of our community, a lot of our nonprofits, and Park City Community Foundation is here to be a support, an ally, and a convener as needed for the community.
Well, thank you so much, Joelle, for joining us today. It's been a pleasure meeting you, and we are excited to have you right here in our community working with the Park City Community Foundation. For more information, you can head to parkcitycommunitycf.org. So once again, thanks to Joelle for being here today. We'll be back with more. The Scoreboard with Conrad Jacobellis is up next, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.